So I just want to just do a little intro here of this before I start the reading. Okay. Now a lot of you know what twin flames are, or you wouldn't be interested in watching this video. So what I'm going to do is I am going to delve in deep here, just very quick explanation how this is going to, you know, align with your sign here. So a twin flame, what is a twin flame? Well, a twin flame is one soul that has kind of split into two. One soul that is kind of split into two, and one part of this soul has gone on their own journey, and the other part of the soul has gone on another journey on this plane, you know, on this spiritual plane. So and this soul could have gone right back in time. You know, we're talking about past lives here, past life souls, you know, and very, very rare occasions, very rare that these souls reunite, you know, come together to you know, teach what they've learned on their journey. So one of these half souls will reunite with a more evolved kind of spiritual journey and want to teach the other half of the soul, you know, oh gosh, it's like, well, it's not like this, but it's like this. I have learned so much that I need to tell you about here. Gosh, I have been through, you know, through wars, through battles, through heartbreak, through pain, and you know, I've seen starvation. I've seen, you know, I've seen people suffering. I've suffered myself. Gosh, I need to, you know, teach you this. So, you know, as a whole soul, okay. And these souls are old as well. They are very old. They go back many lifetimes, okay. And the other soul, the other half of the soul, has not evolved as much as the other half, okay, when they come together. And this is very challenging, okay. When this happens, it does happen very rarely. It may happen in a lifetime that these two souls come together to teach each other their kind of lives, their life's journeys. So this is what we've got here, and when these two souls merge together of like this union, they will fear it because it's too intense. You know, it's very intense. The other person is saying, "Yeah, I feel you. I know what you need to do. I've experienced that. I can, you know, I've been through that. I can tell you all about that." And so this other person has to go and learn this. So they may come back, but they may go away again, okay, to learn other things on their journey, so they can come back to this soul and complete this soul and say, well, I've learned this, and I can teach you too what I have learned. It's a kind of union that will never, you know, a connection that will never be forgotten. You could be away from each other for 5 years, 2 years, but you will never forget that connection. You will return to each other eventually, okay, to teach each other the lessons here. And when you do meet your twin flame, if you're lucky to meet a twin flame, this person can bring out the worst in you. You know, this person can bring out the worst in you because, you know, when you was with this person, it felt like home. You know, you felt like you could talk about your deepest desires, your deepest fears, and you felt as if all the layers were peeled off and you could be yourself, you know, like this soul underneath this body, this shell, and you felt like you could just be who you are. And the other person too, it's like two souls together, or two half souls together dancing. There's always something like a mountain in between a twin flame, because we're talking about two half souls coming together, both on different kinds of evolvements of learning. So there's a mountain to move. There's always a mountain to move, and it's always unconventional. You know, it's an unconventional relationship. You know, it may be miles and miles in distance apart, you know, and you've got to move mountains to be with that person. It could be the parents hate that person. You know, I told you so, I told you not to be with that person, you know, because they're still making mistakes and they're still learning, but that person keeps coming back, like an on and off. It's like one of those relationships that are on and off, and they keep coming back. But I've learned that lesson from last time, you know, and this keeps going, this dance keeps going until both partners have learned. Okay, but there's usually one that's more evolved than the other one, and that's the stayer, and the other one is the goer, you know, the one that leaves and comes back, one that leaves and then returns. Oh, I've learned that lesson, I've come back to tell you that I've learned that lesson, but I must go because I need to learn more. Okay, and they'll come back and they'll explain it again. So it's very much an on and off situation. Now, I'm not saying that on and off situations are a great idea, but this person you just feel very authentic with. You can confide with them. You feel vulnerable. You're able to be vulnerable with this person. You can tell them all your secrets, and you know that your secrets are safe with that person. There's a lot of depth and intimacy and open-heartedness with this person. It feels like you feel at home, you know, you've arrived when you're with this person. And it feels out of this world when you share your heart, because your heart together is one, you know, your soul is one, and when you come together and bond together, your heart is one. Okay, and you share the same space, and that's why this connection is very scary. You connect on all chakra levels too, and you can read this person like a book. There's telepathy, you know what they're thinking. You could be miles and miles apart, and you know what that person is doing and thinking. Okay, it could even be it could be somebody close to you, a twin flame. It could be your daughter, your son, you know, and you know what they're thinking. There's this connection. Because they're part of you, you know, it's like you gave birth to that person, so it's like part of you, you know, is within that person. But as in twin flames, you are together. When you're together, there's nothing that compares that, and you'll never forget. Although you may drift, you know, you may drift your own separate ways to find your spiritual learning, your spiritual path, but you'll merge back together again to teach each other. And that is what my interpretation is of a twin flame. Okay, if both twin flames are fully evolved, and they eventually after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, they eventually come together as learning lessons, and they eventually come together, then that is an absolutely beautiful thing. That is very, very spiritual, you know. Lots of things in sync, you know. Many things are in sync. You can read that person's mind. There's lots of telepathy, and that's just an amazing you know, but that is very rare. That is very rare to actually two souls that are on now reach the same evolvement coming together. Okay. So that's my take on twin flames. So let's have a look how this aligns with your particular sign. Okay. Hello Leo, this is your twin flame reading. Okay, alignment to Leo. Let's have a look here, see what energies that I pull through for Leo. Now I have to say that twin flames for me are very challenging because they're very intense, these readings. They're very intense twin flame connections. Okay, it's not going to apply to everybody, so don't feel as if this is going to resonate with you, because you may not have a twin flame connection around you, but this is you know, this is for people that feel that they can connect with this. Okay, so let's have a go here. It frightens me to do this because I know they're so intense. So I've got to wear my glasses, just going to put my glasses on here. Okay, I hate wearing my glasses, but I can't see a thing. I can't see the cards without them. So I get the first energies I'm getting here for Leo is observing, tested. You feel tested. I also get that. I feel you feel tested by this other half of this twin flame. Constantly tested. Okay, and you're observing here, observing the emotional dynamics of this union, of this connection. It's like a dance, as I said on the intro. So there is like emotional dynamics that is quite intense, actually. I don't feel words can explain that intenseness, but that's what I'm getting here. He's observing this emotional dance here. So I'm pulling out some cards now, and also pulling in energies too. This person makes you feel as if you failed, okay, at this relationship, constantly undermining. They have a way to get under your skin, and I do feel that there is a spiritual connection too with this, but it's also a traditional card. I feel this person makes you feel as if you're not traditional enough. You know, I don't see you enough. You're never here. I also get that whatever this is, they make you feel as if you failed about nothing as well. Failed about nothing. Whatever that means. This, I feel, was talking about a water sign or an air sign. Okay, I get water sign or air sign. It could be any sign, but I do get water or air here. I do get a pattern. This pattern never seems to end. They always make you feel like you failed. And I get an on and off situation with this, hot and cold, push and pull with this relationship. And I do feel this person here feels like they have power over you, because they feel they know how to press your emotional buttons here, your emotional buttons. It's kind of a pattern. I do get it's like a template that this is the way they feel that love should be, very tempestuous, you know. And these hurtful inconsistencies within this relationship, because this person overindulges. Okay, I get an overindulgence here. This person may drink, they may smoke, there may be even drugs involved here. There is an overindulgence with this person. Hurtful inconsistencies, they blame you, make you feel you're not good enough. And then you feel as if you're being pulled back. There's like a pulling back, like a magnet kind of pulling back, okay. And it's like a game, it's like a dance, as I said. It's like a dance, a game. And this game, it kind of keeps, it's a pattern, and it's a dance, and there's like, at the beginning, there's lots of enthusiasm, and it's excitement, and this person pulls you back like a magnet, like I said, to then go cold on you. I get cold on you, I get icy cold. Why does this person do this? This is like emotional torment, really, isn't it? I get the Queen of Swords, so you could be a guy here, or you could be a woman, but I get an air sign. This causes you to be very hurt, okay, because this person makes you feel lonely, and yeah, these separations make you feel more lonely, and you kind of think, I may be better on my own than feeling this roller coaster of emotion, you know. So I have got here the Queen of Swords in reverse, a woman that's been hurt, a woman that's been hurt here, or a man, okay. And why do they keep returning? Why do they keep returning? To keep you on tenterhooks here, building you up. It's like they're building you up to then crash, you know, crash, building you up to then kind of drop you. That makes sense. I'm getting like a building up here of all this enthusiasm, building up your dreams to be crushed. Okay, I get a crushing kind of here. You feel deceived by this person, the Prince of Cups. You feel deceived. They build you up to crush you. Oh gosh, that's not good, is it? That's not good at all. And I do get, then there's the Tower. Then there's the Tower. What are they doing? I get, what are they doing here, Spirit Guide? What are they doing? I get there's a need to prove a point. It's all about ego. I need to prove a point. I need to prove that you do love them. They see this as, if you keep coming back, then you do love them. You know, keep coming back for more. And the more this kind of continues, this pattern, the more you feel trapped in this. Because I feel you want to break free. I feel you're tired of this. All because of ego. This person cannot compromise either. There's no compromise. And you're to blame for all of this. It's all your fault. You know, it's all your fault. This is happening. And to everybody and their dog and the cat next door, it's all your fault. They even tell everybody about that. Okay, it's your fault. You know, and how can it feels like you cannot even show your face, because this person, although they have the reins here, the power, it's like they tell everybody it's your fault. It's your fault. And this makes you depressed. You know, this makes you quite depressed, and procrastinate about this and think about this. It's very tormenting, and you know, you get exhausted by this. I get that, you know, when you do kind of part that, you know, you've not even reached the healing stage. You know, when you do separate, you've not even reached the healing stage of moving on before this person is back. You know, it seems as if they know that, but they keep, you know, all this person is doing is breaking your heart. All this person keeps doing is hurting you, okay? And you return because you want to know, you want to close, you want closure on this, so you return, you know, you return to this because you want the truth. But there's no truth here. But this leaves you with this burning need to find out the truth about this. You know, why does this keep happening? Is it my fault, you know? Why does this keep reoccurring? And it's like you kind of searching this emotional dynamics of this relationship, going right to the beginning of this reading, leaves you a burning desire to find out the truth here of this. I want to get to the bottom of this. Why does this keep going on? Why does this pattern keep reoccurring? Okay. But I feel it's because they can. I feel this is just because they can. This person gets you in a comfortable position, and then they shake your foundations. It's like a control thing. And each time they feel that this is weakening you. But it's not, because each time you separate from this person, you're looking for, you know, this disappointment after disappointment. You are looking for new opportunities every time this happens, okay? So each time this happens, you're looking at other options, other opportunities. And before you do that, this person comes back, okay, and pulls you back in. Okay, yeah, this is how intense these readings are, I'm afraid. It seems like you're compensating for your failures. This person gets you feeling guilty, that you feel like you have to overcompensate, show that you care, show that you love. It's like they want more and more and more from you, and it's like you're overcompensating for that. They accuse you of failing, and so you're trying to, you know, live up to that standard, but that standard can never be reached, you know. Here it seems like a hopeless situation. Well, that's what I've got here. There's a feeling of not feeling adequate. And this is why we go back to the beginning of this reading of emotional dynamics here with this dance, okay? This is leaving you, you know, I don't feel adequate. This person makes me feel inadequate. I'm always failing at this relationship. I'm to blame, you know. Everybody, and the cat next door and the dog next door knows that I'm to blame for this, you know. And it's like, it's a lifetime kind of sentence, you know. You're paying for something here. You don't even know what you're paying for. This is what this is. So I do get this love is starting to elude you. The Ace of Cups. Now the Ace of Cups that way is unconditional love, but this way this is eluding you, starting to elude you. March and April, okay. I get April. there's an epiphany of, I don't even know whether this is love. This person is just testing, and I don't even know what I'm inadequate of. This person just makes me feel as if I'm just not quite that good enough, or not quite hitting, you know, their standard. And they tell everybody about this, how your standards are so low, how you don't do this, you don't do that, you know, and you've done this and you've done that. Did you know that person did that to me, and that this person did this to me? And everybody's got this judgment against you and looking at you sideways, thinking, and you're kind of thinking, I haven't, you know, what, I don't even know where I'm going wrong here. What am I paying for? What is it that I'm put up for judgment against, you know? So this is epiphany of, there is an emotional control here, this dynamic. And I feel it's a template, it's their template. It's what they've learned from, you know, either past lives, or the way their parents operated, or the way they've been taught to operate. And so you're bewildered by this, and you're sort of in the middle of this, thinking, this is because I am a people pleaser. This is because I am just a people pleaser, that this person has this dance with me, because I like to please people. I like to make people happy. I like to make people laugh. I like to see people smile, and that's when I feel content. So this person, why are they using that as some kind of power tool to make them, show them more of this people pleasing? You know, you're not quite doing it enough. You've got to go a bit further to achieve that adequacy for me, okay, for me. So what is this, do you think? I feel it's a template of slight narcissism, shall I say? I'm going to leave it there, because going right to the beginning of this, there's a dance here of emotional dynamics, and you're an observer of this, and at the end of this there's an epiphany of this, that this stems from you highlighting you, spotlighting you. And I said that with twin flames, they spotlight your you know, your weaknesses, so you can amend that. So this is spotlighting your need to please, and your template is pleasing people. Yeah, your template is kind of putting yourself out to please your parents or previous lives here, to always please people. I'm going to leave it there and let you work that out, okay? If you'd like your own personal twin flame reading, please send me an email. My email is here at the bottom, and I will send you, you know, a tariff. And if you want to book a reading with me, please do, okay? Sending you lots of love, lots of blessings. What we have to remember with twin flame connections is they are there to shine a light on our kind of what we need to look at in terms of evolvement. So maybe this person needs to look at themselves, you know, why they need this kind of need to play this dance of this emotional power game. maybe it's them that needs to do this, because you're realising this at the end of this, you know, this epiphany of the more I please, the more this person kind of wants, desires. And I can't, because I do get this, this is going to be, it's a bottomless pit, you know, this is going to come to you like a light bulb moment. This is just the bottomless pit. I can't, you know, I can't go anywhere with it. I can't go any further with this. So either this other person has to stop doing this and see that I am adequate enough, or this has to end, you know. So that's your reading. So sending you lots of love, lots of blessings, and like I said, very intense. Twin flame readings, I find them very exhausting, to be honest, but quite interesting. Okay, sending you lots of love, lots of blessings, and you take care. Bye bye.